And we are live for episode 4 of the 344 show, where I have Leslie Flowers with us today. And Leslie, holy smokes! I said let's break down what your sales pitch looks like. Let's get a feel for how you're doing it, and you just jumped right in. Man, you answered all the questions, totally prepared, ready to hit the ground running. I love it, and you know what? I am here to support everything that you're about and to get this thing going so that we can get you some new clients. All right, now here's the deal, people. If you decide that you want to get a hold of Leslie, let her know, right? Let her know that you've heard about it on the 344. Okay, that's our first objective. We want to know if people are signing up and are engaging and doing all that good stuff. So with that, I would like to kind of pass the floor over to Leslie to give us just the briefest introduction, and then we're going to dive into who her clients really are. So Leslie, you got the floor.
Okay, well, I'll take the ceiling, holding up the ceiling too. Um, so I have been in personal development for 25 years, the last 15 specifically on mindset, achievement, success principles, high performance. And prior to that, 45 years in corporate. And
Nice. Wow.
so and they did overlap, by the way.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm old,
Okay.
but not that old,
Not
right?
that old. Yeah, you're still
But
still getting
I
after it.
actually
Yeah, yeah.
I've been around for a long time. So
Mhm.
the last 15 years, I've actually conducted over 150 training masterminds based on the principles of success
Nice.
in
Okay.
Think and Grow Rich.
All right.
And in 2015 is when, oh no, 2013 is when I took the 5 years I had already been teaching Think and Grow Rich to women's issues, because I realized not only did women not know what principles of business success were, which
Okay.
they wouldn't, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
But they hadn't even heard of Think and Grow Rich. And I already at that time had thousands of hours of teaching. Now,
Yeah.
my specialty is being able to articulate complex concepts in very simple, easy to understand form. So
Okay.
I've done 60 quarters with my signature program. Everybody achieves their results.
Nice.
And
Okay,
it's
okay, okay. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there for you, Leslie. But I want to hook our listener right now, and I want to make
okay.
sure that they know like who you, because you mentioned women, right? You mentioned
Yeah,
that, right?
oh,
So
meant to. Yeah.
I meant to. Okay, fair enough. But I want to know like how do you describe your ideal customer? Like who when they're like, oh, Leslie, we're a match. Who is
Yeah.
that person? Who are we talking to right now?
Well, there aren't many,
Okay.
because my ideal client and customer really doesn't need what I do. They're
Hmm.
already successful, they're already brilliant, but they want what I've been able to develop over 25 years, and they want those results. So it's a person
Okay.
who is already successful to an
Hmm.
extent.
Hmm.
There are
Hmm.
missing pieces and they want them. They've done the work
Mhm,
and they're
mhm.
looking for an expert who has figured out how to have consistent results.
Okay. Do you focus, like, on any, like, like, any kind of profession? Are we talking engineers, doctors, lawyers, or, like, other coaches or, like, realtors? I mean, like, is there
Great
do you
questions. Great
yeah.
questions. Of course, they're not on the list. So I'm glad that I'm
Fair enough.
adding
Well,
to
we
you.
make stuff up on the fly in the
I
344.
see that. I see that. Okay, so primarily for quite a long time it was women business entrepreneurs, small
Okay,
business owners, and
okay.
over the last few years I have been working with emerging enterprises in the medical device field, because I
Mm,
have a big background in corporate and in
mhm,
startups and technology. So the work that I do works the same whether you're in corporate
mhm, mhm.
or whether you have a franchise or whether you have an ice cream stand. The
Okay,
principles are the same.
okay, got you. So you work with experts who are already successful and just want to maintain that success, build on it, have it to be more predictable, right?
Well, they're not happy with the success they have because it's
Mm,
haphazard, it's
gotcha.
sporadic, and
Right.
you can't budget when that happens. And there's also a lot of anxiety
Okay.
right? You may be making a lot of money and your
Hmm.
bank account reflects that you have a healthy revenue generation, right? But you're
Yeah.
miserable because one month it's like this, another month it's like this. And there's
Right.
a reason why the most successful people know how to set goals and achieve them every time, unless there's an
Gotcha.
emergency.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So when did you like figure this out? Like this was the thing that you could really help people with. How did that realization come about?
Well, I love to teach.
Okay.
And when The Secret came out, the movie The Secret in
Hmm.
2006 or 7, I started a meetup group and started
Yeah.
meeting every month to discuss The Secret and ended up through a series of guided events on Bob Proctor's site. Now, I
Hmm.
didn't know who Bob Proctor was, and your audience may not know.
Probably not. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I had no clue who he was. He just so happens to be, well, he's just passed away just a year ago,
Okay.
the world's authority on Think
Mhm.
and Grow Rich.
Okay.
And through a series of events, I went down there and got licensed and certified. That was in 2008.
Okay.
Since that time, and at that time they said, well, come to West Palm Beach. You're going to do a mastermind about Think and Grow Rich. I said, what's a mastermind?
Hmm.
What the heck is Think and Grow Rich? I went down there, and since 2008, every week for over 20,000 hours, I have been teaching, studying, writing. I have 7 books.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm
and
listening.
what happened was I
Hey,
realized
I'm
that
listening. Hey, I got something. Hang on. Hang on.
like the dog just came into the room. This is the off the cuff 344 show.
Sorry. I had to do this. I actually
No
literally have the
problem, no problem. Here's mine.
I have that book on the top of my.
And you can see
Yeah.
that it's been
It
okay.
is. It is
So
well
what I
worn. So we're.
realized inside that book, and you'll all know this. So if you're an expert in anything, and
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you that everybody is one. We tell ourselves that we're not experts, but the
Right.
truth is that you are an expert to the person who started out where you started out. And so your message is important when you become an expert. And after 20,000 hours and 15 years doing this,
Yeah.
I'm an expert in achievement. All
Okay.
of a sudden, all the years of confusion
Yeah.
disappear. And now everything is in a very simple step by
Right.
step, simple, easy to
Yeah.
follow form to set and achieve your goals every 90 days.
Nice, nice. Okay, so basically, what happened is you invested in this Think and Grow Rich process, right? You developed
Mhm,
it, and
mhm.
now you've been doing it for so long that it is basically muscle memory, right? For you, I mean, you can just
Oh, yeah, yeah,
walk
yeah,
right
yeah. I mean,
through it.
I can go into any context and take an
Yeah,
example. It can be plumbers, it could be architects, it doesn't matter. But here's the thing.
yeah.
What I discovered over the first 5 years
Hmm.
is that people were not achieving consistently. So I went on a search
Hmm.
and I started combing everything to find out where are the rules to set a goal. Now, look, we learned how to do algebra, we learned how to do word problem. There were rules. There are no rules. So I have spent the last 10 years, over 5,000 years of written material because it's out there, but it's dropped in this thing, in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Tao, in Think and Grow Rich, and
Hmm.
compiled the ABCs or the 12 rules of achievement. This is a checklist that is nowhere to be found. And this is how everybody sets their goal. Now, we know about half of them
Okay.
through trial and error. But the
Yeah.
thing is, you don't build confidence or relax and maintain your success unless you can build some momentum, set, achieve, set, achieve. This doesn't work, right?
Gotcha.
But the momentum does. So now I have the formula.
You had
And I
got the
said, I
formula.
don't have many people, I don't have a lot of clients.
Yeah.
It's those people who want what I have. And I love sharing it. I just love it.
Nice. Okay, so what does that process look like? If I'm like, okay, Leslie, I need this. I need the missing 6 steps to create real goals. You invented it. I think you're the best. What does it look like? How do I work with you? What does that even mean?
Well, it's actually pretty easy. My program runs on 12-week intervals.
Okay.
Typically, people do it for years. They do when we run through the whole curriculum, the 8 essentials. of performance and achievement. And it
Mhm.
includes goal setting, mindset, it includes mastermind, accountability, completion, integrity. It is the infrastructure for leadership. Remember, I had 45 years in corporate
Yeah, yeah.
with business startups. So it is the foundation. With this foundation, you can build a chocolate shop or a high rise. You've got enough awareness and understanding of how the world works and the universe works, and you become an agile thinker. That is, you're not reactive, you're more responsive, you know what you can worry about and what you don't have to worry about. So it's 12 weeks. Every week you meet live with me.
Mhm.
Everything is recorded. You have an accountability partner. It's in a small group setting. I tell you what things to look for in certain chapters in Think and Grow Rich. The fact that I have studied it and taught it so long means you don't have to read it all. I
Yeah.
tell you in definite,
Yeah.
I tell you in the introduction, here are the stories to look for.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't have to comb through all those pages.
Yeah.
And then I have 4 ancillary trainings, which include universal law. These are the 7 hermetic principles, how to communicate with the universe based on how you feel, a number levels of conscious awareness, and a whole host in the vault. I've been around a long time. So
Well,
you get everything I have, plus the recording, plus a workbook. It's a full-fledged program.
okay.
That's
And then I
how.
and then I can renew if I want to. So go in 12-week cycles,
Yeah,
right?
typically I like to, it's better to do more than one. What happens, Trevor, in this
Mhm.
12 weeks? This is the magic.
Okay.
In the 12 weeks, you create a new belief.
Okay.
And it is your, and it because in the fact that you achieved the goal. So
Mhm.
not only were you able to do something you haven't done before, but you did a darn good job at it. So that builds confidence. Then you want to do that again. But what happens is over the 12-week period, we're impressing thought energy
Mhm.
through
Mhm.
repetition in from the conscious mind into the subconscious where it becomes the truth. And you feel good. And
Mm.
then your results will match the new belief. You get a new neural pathway because you spend enough time through repetition focused on this one goal.
Yeah.
And so now you have the ability to be an agile thinker.
Okay.
Now, when you get a new idea for something that you've never done before, instead of the first thing you think is, oh my God, I've never done that before, it is, I have done that before. I
Mm.
mean, I have done something that I haven't done, and I'm going to do it again. So you
Yeah.
now can choose which belief, the old one that says you can't, or the new one you just built all shiny and new.
Nice. This sounds so exciting. I can't imagine why somebody who was successful and wanted that again and again and again wouldn't want to engage in this. Okay, so we're almost out of time. All right.
I know.
So what does it like what does the process look like if I want to sign up and check it out? Like how do we do that? Like
Okay, so the next quarter begins the second week of April for 12 consecutive weeks.
okay.
And my call to action is the special that I'm running this month. You'll book a Zoom call with me. Your
Okay.
investment will be $95. We
Mhm.
will spend 45 minutes together, and you will have your next 12-week goal. And we will discuss based on what you want,
Mhm.
and we will discuss what is possible. Should you choose to want to work with me, of course, that comes off the price, right?
Okay. All
And
right.
if not, you walk away with the value. That's my
Yeah.
spec. You got to know me and you've got to understand in order
Okay.
to invest.
All right. So not just 16 minutes monitored and hosted by Trevor, but it's one-on-one with Leslie, 95 bucks during the month of February. You got a little time, you develop this goal together,
That's right.
decide this is what you want to do. Then come the first week of April, you are ready to hit the ground running. You got 12 weeks to knock that sucker, develop your new neural pathways, become an agile thinker,
That's right.
and hit home
And you
runs the
know
rest of
what?
your life.
My goal is that everyone is wealthy, happy, and healthy, not as a goal, but a daily mindset. You
Gotcha.
ought to feel wealthy, happy, and healthy every single day. And this will do it because you start to predict
Mm,
your results. You start to see the signs. I'll teach you how to see the signs when you know the goal is this far,
awesome.
because there are people and opportunities that are going to pop up on your path that you once called a coincidence, but they aren't. You caused it. And I'm going to show you how to
Okay.
do that.
Okay, well, this is all really exciting stuff. And Leslie, I want to say thank you for coming on to the 344 as one of my very first guests. I mean, it means the world to me that so many people have jumped up and said, I want to talk about what I got. And it's exciting. And I think I really got the message. So with that, I'm going to say thank you to Kristen Spencer, who has just been a stalwart
Yes, she's
participant
doing all the comments.
She's our commenter today. I love it.
Thank
Thank you, Kristen.
you.
She is just a rock star in my world. So with that, we're going to do our little count up timer and sign off. So thanks again, everybody, for joining us today. And yeah, get in touch with Leslie and let her know that it was the 344 show that led you to her. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.